dun, dun. Da, 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 da. Oh. Let me see. Yeah, I have no idea. These ones are a little odd. Just not gonna worry too much about it. I'll go back into it. Guns stop farthest. What? Okay. Guns limit to owner. Okay. It's on footsteps. Okay. On default. Okay. We can probably go into well, this is additional audio stuff. Effects, submix. I don't know what any of this is. A lot of meta sounds. A lot of meta sounds. Just gonna start deleting meta sounds. BP teleport. Let's get that out of here. What? Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Copilot, what's up, dude? Sign in, use Copilot? Yeah. Look at that. And let me guess. Oh. You crashed my editor, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did crash my editor. Yes, you did. Jump into the editor again. If I'm going to keep getting crashes. Don't question why it crashes. Just keep moving on sometimes. Hate it. I remember I had an arena game a few weeks ago where I got a penta and then I got 2 more kills. So I don't know. And then like the voice doesn't keep going. It just kind of stops. Right? Because there's nothing after a penta. Because there doesn't need to be anything after a penta. But I think that was like one of the games where maybe Jerica had joined in for like the first time. It was like Jerica's first game or something. So we definitely got people who did not know what the hell they were doing. And that was bad. Yeah, in Smite 1 it keeps going. In Smite 2 it doesn't. So I got 6 kills. And then I got 7 kills and I was like, oh, we didn't. I was saying, Jericho, the first game we played together in Smite 2, I had gotten, I think that was the game where I got a penta, and then I got a kill after that, and the announcer didn't say anything because I was curious about what would happen. In Smite 1, it keeps saying pentakill, 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 pentakill. But in Smite 2, it just goes pentakill and then nothing and nothing and nothing. It just stops. So I was like, it's an interesting to note that like I got a 7 kill thing, but there really is no need to have that edge case at all, ever. So it's mine. We didn't talk about that? What did I do? What? Lay it on me. Fucking you. Yeah? Is that what we didn't talk about? I guess you're right. I guess we didn't talk about that. Yeah, I got you. You're right, we did talk about that. This part actually sounds great. Even like the low bit, like what is it, like the 8-bit music? Sounds great. Good water. Sounds good. I like it when it's like, because we're almost out of the 8-bit music and we're almost into the peaceful music. We're probably halfway through the low music. Then it goes into peaceful music, and I like the peaceful a lot. Combat's good, but I still like peaceful a lot. Oh, did you oh, is it just not connected to? Did it not connect? What's up? Yeah, that workspace doesn't exist anymore, honey. Can you not do that? Thank you. Please, thank you. There you go. All right. Meta sounds, concurrency. Nope, don't. Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter. Delete unused meta sounds and files. Save that. This one can be submitted. This one cannot be submitted, and it won't tell me why. So it's a little annoying. It just says validation does not pass, and I don't. Not going to tell me why. One thing I could do is have another change list and start moving files from one change list to the other. I could call it pending, like this. And then what I could do is like move this one over, and now I can see if this is validation okay. No, let's keep moving shit, and then eventually we find what the issue is. This way. Let's see what I'm doing. Now we check. Doesn't work. So I feel like these are going to be fine. I think I'm mostly worried about the attenuation files here, so I'll bring them over into pending and see if that is the issue. That is not. We'll do the rest of the attenuation files. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring them over. Nope. It's a lot of SFX. Maybe we can do the MSS. I don't know what MSS means, but we can move those over. And it might just be some sound effects. Okay, let's try some of the sound effects. I'll take half of these SFX over. Nope, still not. Take the rest. Interactable. We'll do the interactable ones. Yes. Okay, so it was the interactable SFXs. And if I try to do this one, I cannot submit this one because there's an issue. So I'm going to start slowly bringing things back. I'll bring back the rest of the SFX ones and see if this change list is still validated, and it is. We're good. I'll bring all the attenuation files over and see if they're still validated. Sorry. And we are. We're still good. Now I'll bring the MSSs over. And I forgot to check this one. This one is still good. We still have a successful pending change list. It seems like one of these is just bad. So let's just bring over the rest, like these three, which is the BP, GA, GC, and L. And we'll see if this is still working. Yeah, it still seems we have a changeless validation. We're still good. And now we just need to look at which one of these it could be. Replenish, collect, and jump pad. So let's look at collect. I feel like collect might be the issue. It could be all of them too. So we have an issue. Now we can see if there's an issue in the other one. And actually, it seems like all of these SFXs are problems. No, this one isn't actually. Jump pad is not a problem, but it seems like the other ones are. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take these weapon pad ones and we're going to put that into pending. Pending is still broken, but if we look back at this change list, it's good. So we can submit these changes and not have an issue. It just seems like when we tried to submit it with deleting these two, there was an issue. So instead, I'm just going to revert I'm not gonna revert it now because I might have the same issue later, and I kind of want to keep the change list if that happens. But actually, there's a way to do that. I think I could do this and right click and be sad. Never mind. All right. And change the name of that. Save it. Okay, and let's go to, I guess we'll go back to the meta sounds. I think there's still more meta sounds we could probably delete, so I'll probably start from up here. Dovetail clip. Don't know what the hell that is. What is, oh, we need that. What? Dovetail clip from array? I don't know what any of these are. Do I play it? Can I play this audio? I don't want it to be loud. I'm like really, really afraid for this to be a really loud sound. Okay, like I'm preparing myself because I know what loud things sound like. I think one of the things I hate the most are loud noises. Library random interp pans. I don't know what any of these are, and I don't really think I care for them. But I'm not. They're not also. They're also not taking up a lot of space, so I'm just not gonna touch them. I think. What about the different SFXs though? Ambient teleport meta. Yeah, that can go away. Weapon pad. That can go away. Ambient wind. Ambient wind. No idea. No idea. Some assets are being deleted, still referenced in memory. How do you want to do this? Just force the delete. That would be great. Base layer. Let me check that out, though. Base layer. These are all in the meta sounds folder? Yeah, I'm going to just move them into here. Change list is not empty. That's right. Oh, wait. If I try to submit it, yeah, we're good. We're still validated. That's great. I hope the music's good. I mean, it's very simple music, but it's also just one of 4 types of the music. Like I said, every single one of these tracks has a variation of it. Even then, we only have 4 more songs, but I like these a lot. I think they're charming in their simplicity, and it's just the pause menu music when you pause in these areas. So if you pause in the overworld, then you get this music. If you pause in the Temple of Storms, you get the next song, and then Windmill Hut is the next song, and then Kakariko Village is the last one. Kakariko is just so beautiful. I love Danny Baranowski. Love it. I don't know what any of these are. Killing Spree? Killing Spree. Killing Spree. Get rid of these, get rid of that. Pentakill. Don't know what that is. Teleport? Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, we tried. Yeah, we tried to delete it before. And that's what happened when we tried to delete it. That's right. Damn you. Crashed the engine again. Because I tried to delete the teleporter for a second time. The teleporter we famously don't touch. Yeah, I think with development, I can just talk forever. When I'm doing game development, I can just ramble and fucking ramble. When I'm playing Smite, I don't talk. I talk through VGS. That's wild. That's some weird stuff. If I could just talk through VGS, period, that'd be sick. Just having just being able to communicate through like hotkeys like that, you have just an exponential amount of like things you could, like, let's say if you press 6 buttons, if you had a library of 6 buttons, how many things could you really communicate? Well, really, that's 26 times 26 times 26 times 26 times 26. And really, you're not going to press VHDPOZ to say flabbergasted. It just doesn't make sense. But I bet if you map like VGS controls to something more natural, like being able to like point them to different phrases, maybe words might be better. Maybe words, I don't know. But using VGS to like talk in that way might be really cool. I'm sure it's done. Especially if you use two hands, it might be a lot easier. All shorthanding just the way that you speak through VGS kind of stuff. And I'm sure it existed before VGS does. I'm sure it does exist. It's just a really neat thing to consider. Probably is out there in the world somewhere and being used by people. Change. There we go. Again, can you not? Okay, I gotta fix what Workspace it wants to look at. I'm gonna accept these settings, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna close the editor. I'm gonna exit the editor, and then I'm gonna go back into the editor because it needs to save that configuration. And now if I launch it again, it should save the fact that I had done that change. And I hate the fact that in order to have the editor save your preferences, you have to exit the editor. Because I very frequently don't exit it in the way that I press the X button, and the X button doesn't do that. Or sometimes it crashes. Or sometimes you press the terminate button. All of those do not save your user preferences. So you manually have to like close it in maybe a specific way. I don't know. Maybe you do have to hit the X button. I don't know. Either way, we're going to launch the editor and we're going to hope that it's yet again connected. And it is. And now from now on, even if we get a crash, it will connect to the correct version control. I think the X button does work, and I could have done that. But nonetheless. Capture point. Yeah, I don't think we're using capture point. Base NL, we can delete that as well. Respawn timer, we can delete the respawn timer. Emote finger guns, NL meta present. Emote finger guns, that can probably go away. L showcase. I don't know what L showcase is, but we're just gonna delete that and we're not gonna worry. Now I'm worried because I feel because there was a reference, it's gonna be like, hey, something's referencing that. You're gonna have to fix that. Well, no, I'm not. I really don't. So I'm gonna have to check finger guns. Our validation, our checklist, our list is still. Let's do this. Not validated. We're gonna have another change list. We're gonna move these because we know they're problems. Then we're gonna have pending. These are gonna go into pending, and I want to see if these are problems. It's validating. I just wanted to force delete the references and see like if there's any issue because of that. It's looking at L showcase. Please. Validation. Cool. Yeah, we're validated for these, so we can delete finger guns and whatnots. Yeah, we can go in there. End round, character, and see, there's so much Lyra stuff in here. Here's a good one. Melee whoosh. What are these? Boom, boom, boom. I'm afraid to press this. It's at volume 4. Fuck. It's at volume multiplier 4. Fuck. We're just gonna... God. Okay. Well, we're not... Obviously, we're not gonna fucking use that. Maybe we cancel that. Yeah. Are you finger gunning right now, sir? Sir, are you pistol whipping with your finger? Are you pistol whipping finger guns? Oh, look at you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, we don't have pistol whipping in our game, so we can go ahead and get rid of this. I don't know where that came from. It's probably an old one. Ooh. God, I love Kakariko Village. Oh, no idea. Danny Baranowski does it so well, too. I love it. So good. So good. I could listen to that on repeat. And I have a loopable version of that I have just had on for hours before, and I love it. I love that song. Dude. I love that Danny put his own music into the Zelda world too. Love it. This is 1-1, which is from Crypt of the Necrodancer, and then Danny took that song and put it into Cadence of Hyrule. And now this song just exists in Hyrule, and I love that. I love the idea that somewhere Danny has a little bit of real estate inside of the Zelda universe, and that's beautiful. Little callback. A little bit of reference. The main theme. Back to 1-1. It is beautiful. And then back to 1-1. This is all 1-1. Yeah, I love this. Got a bit technical. Noob, is it possible to attach a BP actor component to a C++ actor? A C++ actor might not really exist, but yes. If you have something defined in code and then you extend that and you create something using that, because it needs to have some kind of implementation in the editor. So a C++ actor can exist. You just need to implement it. Like, your C++ actor is, I guess, theoretically your base class. And if you make something that's a base class, you can then attach BP actor components to it. Now, that being said, you can also attach BP actor components inside of programming as well, like in the editor, or sorry, in Visual Studio. You could like attach your BP actor component in code as well if you wanted to. So if everything's in C++, it might even be more worthwhile to instantiate your BP component, actor component of some sort to the code side instead of doing it the opposite. But then again, it might require, you're gonna have to rebuild, and you'll have to get some new binaries and compile, and it is a bit of pain in the butt. Yeah. So I guess a good way to, let me cancel this. This melee whoosh I obviously don't want to use, but let's put it on the wayside for now. Let's look at my character. Heroes. Somebody's using it? Dan is. Okay. Well, we can look at Infestation, our hero character. This is our main character. This is our, like, the big one, you know? It's the player. So if we go to hero default is a parent to character default is a parent to Lyra Infest character. So Lyra Infest character, we've changed Lyra Infest character. Lyra Infest character is now our own. It's kind of weirdly stated, but we do use Lyra as our backend, and we've kind of changed it to become our own, which was an awful thing to do, and I would hope nobody does that in the future. But that said, we did use Lyra, and we learned never to do something like that again. So we have Lyra Infest character, which is defined in code. It's right here. This is the code file for it. And then what we did is we made a character default that uses that as the parent class. Now that we have the parent class, we can now add in things, of course, here. My problem isn't that I have a structure of C++ characters. I want them to share actor components. You want them to share actor components. Share actor components. That I have A structure of C++ characters. Okay. Like a literal struct. A structure is like weird. Or just a data structure, something like an array of C++ characters, and I want them to share. They can all have their own actor component, but they cannot, I don't think they can share a single actor component. Perhaps. So it's attached to C++ parent. I don't think they can all have, they can have their own unique ones. I do not think they can all reference the same one, although theoretically they could reference the same one, but then you'll need some kind of static reference on the parent, right? You'll just need a static reference that says, hey, this is the thing. You could theoretically have that actor component fulfill some kind of static variable. That actor component could theoretically live on the parent, but I assume you might need some kind of, I guess it's a little tough to figure out if I don't really know. That said, it's like, if you're trying to get some information out of that, why not let it live on the parent? And then all the children can access that on the parent. Otherwise, if every child needs to have one unique version of this actor component, then that could be another thing. Structure of C++, and I want them to share the actor component. If you just need them to all have the same actor component, that can certainly happen. You just need to use, you can instantiate them. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, so they essentially, you have an actor component that you want this structure of C++ characters. All of these characters want to reference that. They should be looking at that one instance of it. If it's the singular instance of it, then the parent can certainly have a reference to that. If you don't want it to live on the parent, right? Because I assume it could live in the C++ actor, and you can like instantiate it in the code, like I had said, or theoretically you could also put it on the game state if it's that important. If it's something that needs to be extrapolated out, maybe the game instance, something a little bit higher up, because those are all singletons. Those are all like one instance. You only have one thing of those, and theoretically you could put the reference there. Is that good coding practice? It could be. It depends really what the system is. And a lot of this is conjecture based off of my limited knowledge. But they're all solutions, I think. Very valid solutions. And again, we're just storing a reference. We're not storing the actual object there. We're just making sure that we can get a reference to it. Additionally, if everyone in that structure needs to have the same one, which we've kind of situated, having that static reference stored somewhere is also a good idea. Yeah. Like, how would I reference the BP class? How would you reference the BP class in C++? So you want to reference a class that you had created in Blueprints back to C++. Okay. Have I done that? I usually C++ for me is foundational, in the way that once I make my foundation in C++, I extrapolate everything to Blueprints as the last resort, as the final stop at the station. So that might just have to be done in Blueprints. So referencing in C++, what you might end up needing to do is, let's say you have a function inside of your C++ library, right? Let me find a function. Gosh, I know one exists, I swear. Okay. So we have possess and we have unpossess. These are all things defined in here. If I want Blueprints to handle that in some way, I could essentially just override that here. Where's unpossess? Possessed. So here's the exact function that's right here. So it's defined here. Like, there is a definition for this in the definition file, in the CPP file. And what I could just do, of course, like,